Well, I decided to try Uber Eats delivery today. Bring in some extra cash for the family. My husband did it while he was out of work last year, and he offered to do it again. But he works during the week. He's donating plasma once a week. He's doing enough. I can do this. I get paid by the state to take care of my mom, and the least I can do is drive around for a bit to see if I can get any orders. This is my first time. I'm conquering a fear. I'm not the most confident. You like my little pimple right there? I'm not the most confident with driving to places I'm not familiar with, and I can't study up on. So, if anything, I'm conquering a fear, and I've been driving for 20 minutes with nothing. And I left at 12:20, a decent lunchtime. It's now 12:45 almost. And nothing. I'm getting, the scenic view of the neighborhood, of the town. I might have to just drive out of my area more, either today or next time. Because while I'm passing a bunch of restaurants, nothing. That's just how it is. I told my husband, I'd give it an hour before reassessing coming home or not. But yeah, I parked just to recenter. There we go. But I'm going to hit the road again. And I'll check in within you. Oh, I gotta go. You're probably going, Melissa, I last saw you in the car for your Uber Eats video, and now you're home. And you are correct. My first day doing Uber Eats, it did not go as expected. After that video, I drove another 20-ish minutes before I started getting dings for orders. And the orders were extremely small amounts for very long distances. For example, like Starbucks or Wendy's or Taco Bell, $3.15, and you're driving 39 minutes. I texted my husband to confirm that my thought of these aren't that great was correct, and he's like, yeah, I would skip those. And there were a couple bigger ones for like a Chipotle and stuff, but they got like snatched immediately. Then I noticed that one restaurant, and I don't know if I should name the name or not, I don't know. You might hear my dryer in the background, I'm sorry. But a national restaurant was getting a lot of hits, and a lot of the orders were going to a nearby hospital because it's lunchtime. So I'm like, I'll just hang out there because those amounts were higher. And I got one about like an hour and a half in. And I'm like, I'm going to take this at least to wet my whistle, get my feet, in the water with this, and then I'm going to go home and call it a day, because by then I will have been out 2 hours. So I took the order, and it was going to be an estimated, with tip, $9.47, and it was 20 minutes. So I was like, okay. I accepted it, went inside, and the order wasn't ready yet, so I clicked not ready yet on the app to let this customer know it's on its way. And then it came. They confirmed the name, I confirmed what was in the order, and I left. And I got in my car, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I don't know where to take this order. And it's my first time doing this, so I thought, I'm not looking in the correct spot. I'm pressing available buttons, nothing's showing up. So I texted my husband, where do you go to get the address? And he's like, it should just be coming up, and it's not. So after like 5 minutes, I'm calling customer service. I called Uber Eats customer service. The first person was really confused, thinking I hadn't gotten the food, and I'm like, it's in my car. My car smells like this restaurant. I have the order. And he tried to manually push into the app that it was picked up, and he couldn't. So he connected me to somebody else. But he connected me to the wrong department. He connected me to billing, who then connected me over to another tech support, who also tried to override unsuccessfully and transferred me to another person. So we're on our 4th person, and that person couldn't do anything. And what happened was the restaurant never put in that the order was picked up, thus allowing the system to generate an address to me. So I had to message this person who bought the food in the app going, this is what's wrong, send me your address. They didn't respond, so I called them. And they understood, and they messaged me their address. And then customer service for Uber Eats said, when you get there, you need to stay there after you give them the food and then call us so we can close out the order, because I won't be able to. So I got there and I gave them their food, apologized. They were very understanding. Got in my car. I just drove a little ways away from their house. It was in a development because I didn't want to sit in their driveway, you know. And I called Uber Eats. I said I delivered it. They even gave me like a code in case I needed it, the customer. And they're like, no, we can't do that because we have to cancel the order. Because this whole time, the order was open for other people to try and take. And so they had to cancel it. And by canceling it, it canceled it on the customer's end. So it's like the order never existed. And Uber Eats just put in a base amount for my work, which was $5.99. But it doesn't allow the customer to tip. And I said to them, I'm like, okay, thank you for your help with this, blah, blah, blah. Is there going to be a tip available potentially? And they're like, well, no, because we had to cancel the order. So you'll just get the base pay. But you're free to go do other orders. I was pooped. By then it was 2.5 hours. And I was just frustrated that they just did a base pay and they canceled the order. And most likely, I'm going to assume the customer got their meal for free for the inconvenience because they got their order like an hour late. And I didn't have the opportunity to get a tip because of the method this order had to be closed out in the app. So it was a very frustrating, long, nerve-wracking first time doing Uber Eats. And now I learned, and I told my husband, even though he never ran into anything like this with all of his orders, not to leave the restaurant until you see on your phone the address of the customer to confirm that the restaurant closed out the order and confirmed it was picked up. I didn't know it needed to be like that. My husband didn't think to tell me that because he had never encountered this problem. You know, by the time he got to the car with the order, he was able to see the address. It just didn't work out that way for me. So yeah, I made $5.99 for 2.5 hours and an hour of this particular order. It was wild. I'm tired. My eyes are tired from just staring at my phone for so long, trying to figure things out. So yeah. Until next time doing Uber Eats, which will hopefully go smoother and with better pay for some of these things, because, you know, $3.15 for 39 minutes, and that's including tip, not the best, in my opinion. If it is, do let me know. All right. I'll talk to you later.